Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Space Engineers. You can see that we're not doing survival. Due to some technical recording issues and such, we are going to do a spotlight review. This will be the first, so let's try to make it look nice as this bike does. Before us you have Toffee Man's T68 Rage Runner. According to him, it is survival ready, and as you notice, he's got a nice little sign there on the side that says survival ready. With this bike, you might see that you've got wheels, and as anybody who has played Space Engineers, you know that wheels are about as stable as a warhead on countdown. So, with that being said, I have found out that at lower speeds, this is more stable, and over smoother terrain, it's definitely more stable. Once you introduce more rough terrain that's out over there, it tends to get a little bit bouncy. When it gets bouncy, the wheels break off real easy. They don't break the rotor heads, they actually just snap the wheel clean off. Now, if you take a kind of gander on the inside, you can see that he's using a rotor to drive the wheel. They're using mass blocks to help give it a little extra weight, even though I think mass blocks only apply to in artificial gravity and not in planetary. But in case you wanted to take it up to a station where you could do it in space and do a smooth, clean build, I think you could make a pretty interesting arena where you could put some guns on this thing and make it do some really fun fights. So, without further ado, let's bring it on the back here and see this back rotor. And it is a dual 5x5 in the back with a single 5x5 in the front. Heavy armor down the sides. Some reactors in it, could possibly use a few more reactors. There's a little bit of a power overload. Or you could probably pop a thruster off and that would help. I don't know, maybe not. Got a nice slim and cool design. I like the use of the blast door blocks there to give a little extra detailing. You can see how he's made it kind of go into it, give it that nice deep look. Used an additional corner piece like he did up here at the front, but had it tucked in there. Beautiful ideas. I wish I could be half as creative as some of these people I've seen. So, like I said, most of it's heavy armor blocks, but you really don't want me to talk about it. You want to see it in action, don't you? So let's switch over to the character here. Let's give this a copy and paste, because it'll be my luck if I don't. I'm going to wreck it. So, let's hop in it. Reset our view. Make sure our rotor is off. Now, steering's pretty simple. You just kind of switch your mouse left to right. You can get a little strafe on it when you're rolling from the thrusters, kind of like a little dodge effect, I guess. But I will say, like I said, she's very quick and nippy. Just a little bit push up, you can see that she goes. Now, like I said, over this rougher terrain, it doesn't go as well. And with there no brake, you have to press 1 to come to a halt. So what we'll do is kind of show you the speed there at 0. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's actually really good. Gets you up to 20, no problem. Of course, after that speed, that's when everything gets a wee bit bouncy and a wee bit breakable. So what we're going to try to do is make it down to the ice lake here where it's a lot smoother, without breaking it being the key words. I mean, I could fly down there, but everyone wants to see it kind of ramp and roll. I've given it a couple play around a little bit, seen that if you get too carried away like this, it breaks. Wow, I'm surprised it didn't break that time. Normally the wheels snap right off, but like this was made in the development branch and I am playing in the stable branch. So according to the little pop-up that shows, that could be some of my problem. I don't know. Can we make it all the way to the ice lake without breaking it? Yay, we did! Let's throttle this thing up. Well, even on the ice lake it's getting bouncy. And there went the back wheels. Oh, we're being erased by the back wheels. That's fascinating. So, as you can see, some of the wrong bumps, and it can break. Let's go ahead and paste in another one here. And that looked like it did right the first time. And it did. Okay. So, you would think for an ice lake it'd be really smooth, but apparently it's not. It actually doesn't help that the wheels themselves are what's kind of actually causing most of this bouncing. But, anywho, looks very nice traveling down the side here. Get kind of the sun background on it. And it brakes actually pretty well using those rotors as brakes. switch sides here, the light side. So you guys see it in the shade. As you can see, it's got a little bit of a power overload, but not much. I mean, when it gets all the thrusters firing is when it goes kind of slow, but other than that, it's a very beautiful, slim little bike. Very, very nippy on its feet. And it is quite maneuverable when it needs to be. Fortunately, though, once it hits a certain speed, it just kind of goes bonkers. I just wish we could make it more... Well, I don't know how to make it smoother other than maybe put it in space, but like I said, it's mostly the wheels that are causing the bounciness here. But anyway, over a great little design. Great little design. And there goes the back tire at about 70. Without further ado, I seem to have a little bit of lag spike there, but that might be a couple of others that are floating around the system. That is, let's lock it so it doesn't roll out of here. One that I would like to put up in space, and maybe in some kind of a rounded out spherical styled arena, you know, inner sphere, and have him driving around and shooting at each other. I think that would be pretty awesome. So maybe one of these days, when multiplayer works a lot better, cross our fingers, that we'll be able to throw it up in there. So, there you have it. Like I said, link will be below in the description for the workshop. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and hey, one of these days we might see you on this. Who knows? Till then, ta-ta.